Radio question 19. They want us to work on the second table that we've got over here, and I've located it, and I've just added the text here just so that I don't have to keep chopping backwards and forwards and chopping and changing between documents. Right, locate the second table. That's the second table. Like, auto fit the table to the window. Okay. As we said earlier, 90% of what you need to do in packages you can do by selecting the object and right clicking, and you're pretty much going to get the option you want. Okay, if that doesn't work, you go and have a look at the ribbons or the menus at the top. Okay, auto fit, that's exactly what I wanted, and they wanted to auto fit it to the window. Okay, so in other words, it'll stretch it as wide as the current window is, in other words, in the current document. So that's question 19.1 is gone. Next one, merge the cells in the first row and change the row height to 1 centimeter. Okay, merging, let's highlight the cells we want to merge. Let's right click and see if we get a, there we've got a merge cells option. Perfect. Do we get a properties option? Yes, there's a table properties option. If we right click in the row, I want to specify the height to be 1 centimeter exactly, not at least, exactly, just row 1, not the others. Okay, and looks like they were in business there. I'll delete those. We've done those two. Fill the first row in a yellowish color. I'm going to right click and see if we get any full options there. Borders and shading. Let's see what we get there. Not really. No, those are borders. We don't really want. We want to color this in other words. Strangely, I don't see anything there. Let's have a look. Table properties. No. Okay. Here's a case where our right click didn't come up with anything that I can see anyway. So let's go and have a look at our design. And there's a shading option there. That looks pretty handy. Shading, various colors. Yes, okay, this is definitely what I want. Oh, it's like a disco. And yellow. Perfect. Center the text presenters both horizontally and vertically. Well, you could say, well, okay, horizontally, that's easy, I could do that. But how do I get it vertically? Well, I'm going to undo that because you can do both in one step here. If you go to layout and you look at your option that you got here, that's to put your text in the top left hand corner, that's to put it in the bottom right hand corner, that's to put it in the bottom left hand corner, and if you wanted it dead center in the middle cell, then there we go. Split the table into two tables. Okay, so we're going to do some sawing or something here, and the 5 lowest numbers attending in a second. Ooh, okay, that's quite sneaky. Okay, so we're going to have to try and get this in order somehow and get the lowest ones kind of at the bottom here somehow, which probably means we need to sort that information. So what I would do is I would just highlight the rows with the data in. Please don't highlight the rows with the headings in. We don't want to sort them. They must stay exactly where they are. And let's go to layout and see what we could. Oh, there's a sorting option that pops up right away. Okay, I want to sort by column 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th column, or you could tick header row. Sorry, I don't want to tick header row. I want to sort by 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th column, which is the last one in other words, and I want it to be descending. Okay, because I want the lowest ones to be at the bottom and then the biggest ones at the top. Okay, that looks pretty positive. So at least we've got them sorted. Now we can identify which of the 5 we want out of here. We want those 5 out of there. Now, one way would be to just cut and paste it. Okay, so I could just cut it out and just paste it as a second table. That would be one way. Another option would be to go to design and say, right, where do you want to layout at least, and say, is there any option that I can split? There's split table. Okay, there's a split table option, and there we go, it's split. Okay, nice and neat. Or so I could have cut and pasted, but that's a lot neater. Okay, no saws required. Okay, go back. Okay, so we've done that. And now take the first 2 rows. Okay, so what they want here is they want those 2 rows to appear as the same as that. In other words, it must have the same 2 rows there. So I'm just going to copy it. I'll highlight the 2 rows and I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to go down here and I'm going to go to my paste options. Okay, it gives me a preview. That's certainly not what I want to do. That looks like what I want to do. Yes, insert as new rows. And we've got two tables looking pretty much the same. Okay, the top five and the bottom five. It sounds like idols. And that's that. Go back to the first table and insert a new row as the third row. Okay, now I'm being a bit naughty and I'm sort of keeping one eye on the next question. And I don't think this is right. I think this should read as the last row. Okay, I'll tell you why. Because they want us to total the number of people attending in that particular table. And it doesn't make sense to kind of put the total in the middle. It would have to be at the bottom, so I apologize for that. Let's insert the row at the bottom. So insert rows above. Now I want to have a row below. Okay, and they don't ask us to, but I'm going to put a label in total. Now they want us to put a formula in. Well, in Excel that's nice and easy. I just go equals sum above. No, equals sum, but there aren't any A1. Okay, so that's not going to work. Let's go to design and see what does pop out here. Just anything in design? No. Design fails us. I'm going to go to layout. There's a formula option. There's a formula option. Add a formula to. Okay, that looks positive. And lo and above, lo and above, lo and okay, you get the idea. Sum above. Again, I could change I could use a different format. I could use a different function. I could use average. I can specify how many decimals I want. We don't generally do a lot of calculations or formulas in Word tables because they're not really designed to do the heavy calculations. We would rather do that in Excel. But if it's just a simple calculation like this, then we'll guess we're entitled to do it. Plus we were asked to anyway. If you right click on it or just click on it, you'll see that it's grey because it's actually a field. The problem, which is one of the reasons why we don't really use Word a lot, is that if I go and change this figure and I click on it, it doesn't update. Okay, which is not like Excel or a spreadsheet, any form of spreadsheet. But if I right click now and I say update the field, it would update the table. Okay, so sometimes if you make a change to something, you might have to right click and go and update the field. Okay, they didn't ask you to in this case, so let's go back to the way we had it. And that's that. Okay, that was pretty exciting. Okay, no tables were harmed in the filming of this question.